Just ask, and I think you touched on it briefly, but do you have any specific policy recommendations for the Commission or the Congress with regards to the Hong Kong Policy Act, given the ongoing challenges to the autonomy and so forth? I mean, we're always looking for what can we do beyond holding these hearings, and I think it's very powerful, the forum of the U.S. Senate. Beyond that, what do you, and if you don't, perhaps for the record later, some specific suggestions?
Certainly, but I do think the Hong Kong, the Democracy and Rule of Law Act, or Human Rights Act, sorry, that you're working on is major in that it would completely change the outlook towards Hong Kong policy, which has been to let things move along, let China see the value of Hong Kong staying the way it is, when frankly I don't think a Communist Party really can quite do that, certainly not without being encouraged to do so by the world's most powerful democracy. So I wouldn't in any way underestimate the importance of that addition of sanctions for misbehavior in Hong Kong. I think that's huge. And I'll certainly be happy to think of some others. I think focusing on changes in Hong Kong's law enforcement culture is really important. What's going on that they can act this way? Are they eroding? Can you begin to focus more on the autonomy of specific institutions, the courts, the police, law enforcement, other institutions? I think that's really vital as well. And I would just say, and it's a very broad question, but I think to the point, you just heard Mr. Lee discuss where we were going to be told, mind your own business. Why is this our business? Why should, at the most basic level, why should the people who sent me here from the state of Florida support my involvement on this issue? Why does it matter to them? Why does it matter to the country? The United States has both an interest and an obligation to pursue, these are universal values. I mean, I think people often define them as though it's America foisting its own values. In fact, I think America, as the most powerful democracy, has the ability and the obligation to defend universal rights and freedoms for people who cannot. There's no doubt in my mind that it benefits the United States to function in a world with more democracies, more respect for freedoms, more respect for rule of law. And I have to, in all of my experience visiting and talking to dissidents, they welcome it. Democracy activists around the world always welcome it. They don't see it as an intrusion. So let's think about who's saying this is interference and who's not. I really think the world's Democrats struggling for their own rights and freedoms do not see it as interference at all.